Welcome everyone to the Mets Nets Jets D podcast. For week 12, you guys can follow me at Darian Evans Reigns.blogspot.com and on Twitter where I do frequent postings on Twitter at Mets Nets Jets 908. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I had tons of fun, ate a lot, and did a little more DraftKings for Thanksgiving, even though I didn't have a video. But I was more focused on waiting for the main slate, which there seems to be a lot of games that can be high scoring this week. So I'm gonna give you 4 game stacks this week and 2 quarterback wide receiver combinations that I kind of like really like that might go off. One is like very very sneaky. Um, so let's start with my first game for week 12. Is this Tennessee Indianapolis Colts game? Let's see the total. You always got to check the total just so you know if Vegas has this thing going like off the charts or not. For Tennessee, okay, they're down here. 46 total, and then 53% on the over is coming in money wise so far. It might change Sunday, but the total might go up a little higher. So 46 points they're projecting. T.Y. Hilton has a great history against Tennessee, burning Tennessee. In his first matchup this year, he didn't do too great. Yeah, only had 2.9. That was like Jacoby Brissett's like first game taking over. So I would start this game stack with T.Y. Hilton and definitely use Mariota. Mariota's in a great spot. Indianapolis Colts' weakness is the passing game. They're decent run stopping, but Mariota really took advantage of Tennessee when he had his hamstring injury in week 6 and got 18.24. Yeah, he threw 300 yards and he basically stayed in the pocket. Now he's almost basically near full strength. He should be able to duplicate that performance and throw for at least 2 to 3 touchdowns. And this week, since Rashard Matthews is out, this is a prime spot. This is a prime spot for Corey Davis, the rookie, to finally make a statement in the NFL. Probably going to get his first touchdown this week. Um, Ever since week 9, you see 5 targets, 10 targets, 7 targets. He's getting more and more acclimated with Mariota after coming back from his injury, where he missed like 8 weeks. Corey Davis is a great option, and he's cheap at 4,900 to be a number one target for Mariota in this back and forth game, which it should be. If you want to continue on the stack, Delaney Walker also, he dropped a touchdown last week. He needs to bounce back. He's he's been slacking this year as well. He has the yards and receptions, but the TDs need to pick up. He's due for regression. Jack Doyle, another good option. A running back that I would choose in this game, DeMarco Murray. He gets a lot of receptions in the run game. Well, in the run game and the pass game. 4 targets, 6 targets the last 2 weeks. He's been very up and down after last year's great performance. He doesn't have really that many big games, but he always um, can get in the end zone like he did in week 10 with receiving touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns, which that was a huge game against Cincinnati. No one seen that coming. So in this game stack, which I think this is going to be high scoring, I really like focus on Mariota and Corey Davis, definitely T.Y. Hilton. And let's see how's Marlon Mack been doing. Has he been getting more carries lately? He's been getting some receptions, which is good for this DraftKings format. But let's see, 11, 9, and 7. And Frank Gore has been getting 17, 17, 16. So Frank Gore still controls the backfield. Marlon Mack is more of the receiving back. Is if whoever you want to choose gets in the end zone at that point. But for safety, I would choose DeMarco Murray in this game. So this is not my favorite game stack. This is a good game stack. I would definitely take away Corey Davis and T.Y. Hilton in many of my lineups. So let's go to my next game this week, which is going to be Patriots and Miami. Now, this game should be a blowout, but there's still a lot of good fantasy goodness in this game. The great thing about this is Jay Cutler is out. Thank you. You're horrible. You suck. I don't know why you came back. You should have stayed in the booth with CBS or whatever it was, NFL Net, whatever. You should have just stayed and been a commentator. Matt Moore comes in. He's not the future, but he gets it done. The reason why I like Matt Moore is because Matt Moore throws it to Kenny Stills. They have like a man crush with each other. Every time Matt Moore gets the opportunity to come into the game, he latches on to Kenny Stills. Last week, 2 weeks ago, he had 8 targets, 5 for 67, and 11.7, which is good. And then the week before, when Matt Moore came in like the first quarter, he really connected with Kenny Stills, got to throw to him bunches of times, and they connected for 180, and a touchdown. So in a game that Miami is going to be down definitely, and they're going to need to throw. The two main targets Matt Moore is going to throw to are going to be Kenny Stills and Jarvis Landry. Okay, but my favorite one is Kenny Stills because he's 2,000 cheaper, and there's more of a connection there. To make this an even better stack, Tom Brady, you should start it off with Tom Brady instead of Matt Moore. Tom Brady's going to just have more points, obviously. He's just a model of consistency. I would pair Tom Brady with Rob Gronkowski. Martellus Bennett is going to be out this week. No Chris Hogan, so it's basically Gronk, Cooks, and Amendola is expected to play. So this is a great week. This is a real bounce back week for Gronkowski. Everyone thought he was going to go off last week. This is probably might be the biggest Gronk game of the year. I say he goes for 30. I hope he does. I say he goes for 25. Gronkowski's definitely going to get a touchdown this week. In this game, Cooks is another good option. You can fully stack this game right here and be happy. I would be happy. Running backs, I would pair for this game would be Damian Williams because he is the pass catching back. As you can see, he had 6 targets, 3 targets. 1 target was fine, but he got more carries. He really ran well against Tampa Bay. Let's see how Kenyon Drake has been doing. Yeah, you can forget about Kenyon Drake. Oh, okay, Kenyon. The last 2 weeks before Tampa Bay. But Damian Williams is getting more touches. He's getting more touches total and more snaps. So I would choose Williams because he's more of the pass catching back. Now, for the Patriots side, I was correct last week. I told you guys that this is a 3-headed monster. You should never ever try to guess what Bill Belichick is going to do. But I did like Deion Lewis, and he was the man to have last week out of this trio with 10 for 60, 4 catches for 28 yards and a touchdown. He was the guy. Everyone wanted to soup up Rex Burkhead. Like, come on, stop. Deion Lewis was the most safer bet. It's between him and James White, and Deion Lewis was the guy. This week, it might be Burkhead. It might be Lewis. It might be James White. So just avoid it. There's plenty of other running backs to have. Okay. So this is the main cog that you want to have right here in this game. Tom Brady, Damian Williams, Kenny Stills, definitely Jarvis Landry, Gronkowski, and Cooks. These are all great options. I kind of like this stack right here. So let's go on to the next game. Next game will be Saints Rams, which I think this might be my favorite game, and this is the highest total um of the week for Vegas. Let's see, they have it at 54, and money's coming in on the over right here, 67% over. This game is going to be a shootout, and the best thing about this is it's helping that both teams secondaries are injured. They're Ken Crowley and Marshawn Lattimore for the Saints are going to be out. So this leaves. Let's start off with Goff. This leaves Jared Goff with two options. No Robert Woods this week. Okay, he has a shoulder problem. So this leaves him with Cooper Cup and Sammy Watkins. All right. So if I go to NFL Savant, this is the Rams' total targets. Since there's no Woods, and he led the team with 22% of the targets. Cooper Cup gets 19, then Gurley, and then Sammy Watkins gets 12. Okay, so you've been waiting for another breakout game for Sammy Watkins. This could be the week in a very very high total, and which should be a back and forth game. I love Jared Goff stack. This is my favorite stack. Jared Goff, a double stack. Jared Goff with Cooper Cup and Sammy Watkins. And then if you want to on the other side, I would run it back with Michael Thomas and definitely Kamara. Or you could choose both and get really crazy. But you're gonna have all the touchdowns if you stack it like this. You're just gonna get all the touchdowns because Mark Ingram gonna rushing touchdown, Kamara's gonna get a receiving touchdown. Cooper Cup and Sammy Watkins going to take advantage of the Saints defense, which was a top five defense, but now they're out of their two top corners, and Cup and Sammy Watkins are going to take advantage of that, especially with Jared Goff at home. And Michael Thomas is the number one receiving option for Drew Brees every week, double digits in targets, yet to still have his breakout game. It is coming. Be patient. This might be the week. This total is 56 or 54 and is rising. You want players in this game, clearly. This is the best way. I think I just soaked up all the points right here. You still got 3,000 left. You can get a cheap defense. If I take this out, you can get a cheap defense. Let's say I go with Cardinals. Say I go with Falcons. Falcons defense because they're facing the turnover prone Ryan Fitzpatrick. Go him. That's 3,500. I put in, let's see, one of my cheap wide receivers this week. D.D. Westbrook again because Allen Hurns is going to be out, and Patrick Peterson is going to be on Marquise Lee. So that leaves D.D. Westbrook and Kalen Cole with targets. D.D. Westbrook did okay for his price. He didn't hurt you. He got 6.5. You could have got more. He fumbled the catch, but at least he was getting targeted. He was really getting targeted a little more heavily than any other Jacksonville receiver. Last week. 3 for 35. He should be able to perform better in a better situation against Arizona. All right, and then you can find a cheap tight end. You can make this work. It's not that difficult. Cameron Brate's fine, perfect. That's how you would do that stack. But I gotta watch out for DraftKings. You can't be doing full lineups. Let me take that away. All right, so in this game stack, Saints and Rams, I really love the Cup Watkins pairing with Jared Goff and running it back with Michael Thomas, or running it back with the two running backs. And that's you're already going to set yourself apart because you took everything in that game in the highest total of the week. Another game that I really like. It's more one-sided. I really don't like the other side. I really like Carson Wentz at home against this Bears defense, which is susceptible to the pass. And the reason why I like that is because Alshon Jeffrey, who used to be a Bear, we got a revenge narrative here. Wentz is a beast. Philadelphia Eagles. Damn, he only got 2,400 yards this year. Damn. Wentz is a beast. Eagles are like the best team in the league right now, and he has a 25-5 ratio touchdown to interception, which is ridiculous. He is on fire. This is this. I haven't seen this in a while. A sophomore QB that's really dominating every single week, and no one's talking about him this week. Okay, home or away doesn't matter. He gets 22 plus fantasy points per game. Put this man in your lineup. You won't regret it. Carson Wentz, Alshon Jeffrey, one of my top. It's probably my second favorite stack of the week. Just fit those two in, and you're gonna be fine. All right, so I really don't want to choose Chicago side coming back. Jordan Howard, they're gonna be down, so I wouldn't choose Jordan Howard. I would choose Tariq Cohen because he's the receiving back. And then if you wanted a receiving option from this team, I would choose Dontrell Inman. He's cheap. Just make sure he starts this week. All right, he was a full participant Friday, so he's gonna play. I like him. All right. So since Wentz and Alshon Jeffrey should like beast, you run that back with Dontrell Inman. He's cheap, and Tariq Cohen to get some exposure to that game. All right, and then I have my two stacks of the week to finish this video. Now, the two stacks are going to come from the Jackson. Well, one stack is going to come from Jacksonville, Arizona game. Blaine Gabbert, who's for some reason got cheaper. I understand he's facing the Jacksonville Jaguars, but at this price, you might as well take the risk. You're not really sacrificing much. You can spend up on anything if you put Blaine Gabbert in at 4,600. He was 49, but he got cheaper. And the good thing about that is Jalen Ramsey is out, so they only got one elite corner, AJ Bouye, and he's not even going to be on Larry Fitzgerald because Larry Fitzgerald moves around everywhere, and he's going to be in the slot. So Blaine Gabbert, and then let me find Larry. Larry's a little cheap this week. Where you at, Larry? 56. All right. And the weakness of the Jaguars, hey, we got a little full stack here. The weakness of the Jaguars is the rushing game. So they're going to feed the beast. Adrian Peterson should get 20 carries easily this week because he's going to be effective. They're not going to be down. They should be up. And I really like this stack right here. Blaine Gabbert, Adrian Peterson, Larry Fitzgerald. I see Jaguars trying to fight back. So the guy I said before, D.D. Westbrook, would be perfect to fit in this game stack. There's another game stack right here. I'm just giving you nuggets right here. So if you want to do $1 lineups and try these stacks, go ahead. Go ahead, throw it in there and fill out the rest for yourself. And see how it works out. It should work out fine. You're really getting the main guys in each game that I'm putting up right here. Oh, Fournette should have opportunity at the goal line. He came back from his ankle injury last week, and really, proves that he's not hurt. He had 28 carries. That's ridiculous. 111 yards, 2 catches as well. So Fournette is fine. He's back, and that's that full stack right there that you want in the Arizona Jacksonville game. My last stack, and the guy I've been preaching every single week, besides Christian McCaffrey, who I love. And they're facing my team. I'm gonna be at the game. We're gonna lose. The Jets gonna lose, but I'm gonna be excited to be there and finally see my favorite team and one of my favorite running backs this year. So my other favorite guy is Julio Jones, who is super due for regression. I say this every week. His game is coming. Hopefully it's this week. He's healthy. And Matt Ryan is home against Tampa Bay, who has given up tons and tons of touchdowns to wide receiver ones this year. Uh, Last week it was Kenny Stills. Jarvis Landry destroyed him. The week before, let's see. See the week before. I gotta find Tampa Bay. Let's see. Oh, week before was they faced Carolina. That was Funches. The week before that, as week 7, they gave up a touchdown to Zay Jones. So, bet week after week, this Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary is leaky, and Matt Ryan at home should take advantage of it. All right, so hopefully this is a huge 30-point explosion Julio Jones gets, especially after letting everyone down 2 weeks ago after he had that 60-yard touchdown that went right through his hands, which pissed me off. I would have been in the money. It would have been a great day for me. But Julio Jones wanted to drop a 60-yard touchdown. But that's it for week 12. I want you guys to focus on the Titans-Colts game, the Patriots-Miami game, the Saints-Rams game, especially because it has a 56 total. The Eagles-Bears game, one-sided because Carson Wentz is home. And then sneaky, which would be Gabbard and Fitz. And this home stack right here, who Matt Ryan loves to be at home playing the dome. Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. I would like to thank everyone for watching this video. Click the like button, subscribe as well to this channel. See you guys next week, and good luck.